Hey guys, welcome back. So the reason it's so dark in here today is because it's winter solstice 2020. And also because I could use more lights, but that's a different discussion. So what is winter solstice, guys? And I just want to make this quick video because I want to first of all say happy winter solstice. And then second of all, since it's darker and we can't go out, we have a little bit more time to review a few swing trades, which is amazing. Anyway, winter solstice happens twice a year, guys. It is when, let's see if we can just talk about it here. When one of the Earth's poles has its maximum tilt away from the sun. That's why it happens twice a year, right? Northern, southern hemisphere. It's also the shortest light daylight time of the year. So kind of fun little fact here today. So yeah, today is the 21st of December. So we wrapped up today with today was such a nightmare, honestly. I had every issue in the book today with our day trading, but we wrapped up today okay. Up $430, which based on our average position size for December, we are right now in the month of December, around $5,000. It's okay. It's getting like in that 8 to 9% profit based on our average position size, which is okay. But as you guys know, I don't want to talk about day trades today because we have a whole entire live stream about that we just finished recording. I want to talk about a little bit on these swing trades that we are long. I was getting a lot of questions about them, and I was reviewing them quite a bit on the live stream as well. But there are two I want to let everyone know who didn't watch the live stream today that we are long on today, MCAC and NBAC. These are two tickers that I used smaller position size on, and the reason I did is because they are a little bit more questionable in my eyes. So that's why I wanted to use a little bit lighter size on them. Very quickly, I'll go ahead and review them as quick as possible, and then I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about these two tickers? Are you long these tickers? I know some of you guys in the live stream are, so cheers to that. And don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you do enjoy the content. And if you're totally new here and you're like, Alex, what are live streams? That doesn't make any sense. Every morning at 9 a.m. we go live to trade the market open together after reviewing the watch list. So first ticker that I want to be talking about is not MCAC, but NBAC. This is another one of our favorite SPACs. We're always looking for SPACs, specifically in the EV space, lately in the cannabis space. This one is also in the EV space. Now, this one is a Chinese SPAC, which you guys know me. I'm always a little bit weary on these Chinese tickers, but Wenu Jiang, I think I'm saying that right. He is actually the CEO of this company. And this is one of these reasons I have a hard time kind of going long these companies because it's really hard to figure out stuff about the board. My favorite way to trade SPACs is actually just investing in the people in the board. So if I like the board, to me, it's a good SPAC usually. I know that sounds very simple, but usually if someone has a good track record and now they're working on a SPAC with a bunch of other people with good track record and they're looking for a company in a really hot space, lately they've been tending to perform exceptionally well. Now, these foreign companies on the NASDAQ, they don't have the same listing requirements. And NASDAQ's going to make that a little tougher in the next 3 years. But till that happens, we still can't really dig out as much information as what I would like. Anyway, when we kind of dive into this company a little bit more, you can see on their balance sheet here, they got $58 million ready to go and invest. Now, where are they going to put this kind of money? Well, NUVVE is a EV company that, is doing quite a few things, but specifically one of them that I really, really like is electric buses, right? We've all had, I don't know about everybody here. I don't know where everyone's from, but if you grew up in America, and for me, I personally grew up in Florida, and man, these buses are they take up so much space. They're always just trying to kind of chilling in some kind of shady parking lot. They're, extremely hot because that engine is just like a heat wave. So making electric buses EV or making school buses EV makes a lot of sense to me. Now, what I really, really like about this company is actually partnering up with this company, Ioteca, and they are working on charging stations and also solar, and getting these charging stations to, when they're not filling up big buses, to be putting energy back into the grid. So now we have all these school systems all around the world, well, specifically maybe in the US right now, and then we'll see what happens, but that could be a little bit of power stations all over the place, which to me is a mind-blowingly good opportunity. So I really like everything that's going on here. Obviously, you guys do your own due diligence, but I feel like I always like those kind of stocks. That's a story you can get behind, and it's just easy to sell, right? Very similar to our next ticker we're going to be talking about. So to me, I thought, okay, NBAC, Well, as a SPAC, they always kind of accumulate around 10. They go to 12. They pull back a little bit. That's kind of what happened here, but this thing took off like a rocket. I wanted to buy them under 13. I missed that entry, and today we had a big explosion. So today I was like, you know what? I'm not going to miss this anymore. I'm going to be buying on the first bigger pullback. That's what we had here pre-market, right around 16. I actually got a nice little size here, right pre-market, somewhere here at like 1580. I entered them today. Unfortunately, show trades doesn't work because TD Ameritrade loves to mess with our heads. It just doesn't work during the day. So that's why I made this video originally pre-market. The only thing is my computer pretty much exploded and the whole video was messed up, so I'm re-recording it. So yeah, NBAC, I'm using small size because it is a Chinese SPAC, and sometimes with these Chinese tickers, I feel like there's not enough information on the table. So it is what it is. The second ticker I want to be talking about here with you guys is Playboy. So Playboy, private company, they're going public. This is exciting. They're not IPOing, they're doing a SPAC as well. MCAC is that SPAC. Now, I gotta catch my breath. Similar situation here with MCAC. Huge accumulation, and just like we were saying before, SPACs always start off around 10, they go to like 11 or 12, and then they pull back. And this is what I was like, you know what, I'm not missing MCAC. To me, this is a kind of a little bit of a move that I feel like could take a while. I like the fact that, as it was selling off, it was losing a lot of steam. That means there's probably a good accumulation over here, and this is where I was buying as well. I bought in at 1040 today when this thing shot up and then pulled back here to VWAP and the 9 EMA support. Small position size, again, I'm using like a third of my position size, even like 20. I would probably accumulate more of this one, but for now, I'm totally fine with kind of holding this one a little bit lower. Anyway, let me talk about what's going on here. So MCAC is the SPAC that's going to be taking Playboy public. Now, the institutions and the accredited investors, they're buying 50 million shares at $10 a share. So guys, this is over $50 million of shares at $10. So right now you have the potential as a retail investor to get in at prices that institutional investors are getting in. This is why SPACs are so powerful. Early investment opportunity. So that's huge. Now let's learn a little bit more about this. I really do got to catch my breath. Playboy is one of the largest and most recognizable lifestyle brands in the world, with more than $3 billion in global consumer spend against the brand across 180 countries. This is a big company. This is a company that pretty much everyone knows. It's a household brand. The problem is it's not like a classic tech brand or a millennial brand that we all kind of use or know. At least I don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the picture there a little bit. Building upon almost 7 decades of groundbreaking media, entertainment, hospitality, and social advocacy, Playboy today reaches millions of customers around the world with products and services across 4 major categories. These are the 4 major categories. And then down here, nice little article that I really like to point out. On behalf of the entire Playboy organization, I am delighted to welcome AJ and T2, I really don't know if I'm saying his name right or her name, to the team, said Ben Cohen, CEO of Playboy. AJ and T2 will be pivotal in the development of our digital commerce experience as we build towards our goal of creating the leading pleasure and leisure lifestyle platform for men and women around the world. Now these are things I like to hear. So clearly, Playboy is acknowledging the fact that they are a little bit behind the bandwagon a little bit. There's probably a bunch of competitors that are trying to eat up at this space. But no matter where you live, if it's Key Largo or if it's Berlin, you can't go very far without seeing some sort of adult sex store or something like that. It's mainstream. It's just not talked about a lot. So I like the fact that Playboy is trying to go a little bit more mainstream. They're trying to build out their e-commerce. This is, to me, makes me very, very excited about this company. It's one of those companies you can easily get behind, and that's what I like. So MCAC is another one of my picks. I am long this ticker. So MCAC and NBAC are my 2 new picks to my swing trading portfolio. On my Roth IRA account, I'm totally fine holding these longer term in terms of few weeks, few months. It's a swing trade portfolio, not an investment portfolio. So yeah, these are my prices for all these different stocks if you guys are curious, and that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. So guys, again, happy winter solstice, everyone. Have a great weekend. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning for the live stream. Ciao, ciao, guys.